Matthew, you always put up your love and hate column. Let's act like no one's listening except for you and me. And I want you to give me, just me, your fellow senior fantasy football analyst, give me a piece, give me a diamond in a rough. Who do you love the most and who do you hate the most? And I use the word hate in a fantasy term.
Right, in terms of their ADP, it's always just like where they're going in drafts. Well, give me a position. Let's narrow it down a little bit.
Okay, let's say running back. Who do you love the most? Who's, it's 2017. It's hard to say anybody's a sleeper, but who is the guy that you would say this is the guy that's the least discussed guy?
Well, I don't know that Kareem Hunt is the least discussed guy who I just mentioned, but I really like him a lot. He's currently going as running back 40 on ESPN.com. I'll give you another guy that I think is undervalued. He was going as running back 31. I've been talking up for a while. Some other people have as well. So I think his ADP is starting to rise. But still, I think Adrian Peterson is going between running back 25 and 31. And people like, Adrian Peterson, we've been talking about him forever. Is he healthy? What's going on? He's going to the Saints. There's Mark Ingram there. But there's almost 300 running back touches that weren't Mark Ingram last year. It was like 246. And this is a team that had 17 rushing touchdowns last year, that over the last 3 years has had the fourth most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. We always think of the Saints as this passing offense, but they like to run when they get in close. This is a team that's highly efficient in terms of their scoring, and they run as well. I think there's a very good chance that Adrian Peterson falls into double-digit touchdowns this year. I mean, he think about how many years he was in Minnesota, Michael, where he had to face all those 8-man fronts. You're not putting an 8-man front against Drew Brees. You'll get killed. So I think he's going to find very open running lanes, and given how good he is around the goal line, I expect for Adrian Peterson to greatly outproduce his ADP.
All right, that's good stuff. And then as far as running backs, who is one person, I don't like this word hate, but to stay away from? Who's one person whose stock shouldn't be as high as it is?
Well, Spencer Ware is the guy that I mentioned in Kansas City. One of the reasons that I like Kareem Hunt so much is not just his particular talent, but if you look a little bit closer at Spencer Ware in terms of what he did last year, after carry 10, he averaged 3.3 yards per carry. Like, he really wore down, and it seems like he's more suited for, a specialist role, if you will, less of a workload than being a true workhorse running back. And I think Kansas City realizes that he was just less effective after 10 carries. He had no touchdowns last year after 10 carries. So my expectation is he's being drafted as a starter or at least as a high-end flex, and I don't think he matches that. My expectation is that at the end of the year, Kareem Hunt has more fantasy points than Spencer Ware.
All right. And then Tom Brady, a lot of people are discussing picking him in the third round. When is it too early? What round is it too early to go after Tom Brady?
You know what? I probably wouldn't take Brady until the fourth or the fifth. He's going to have an insane year. He's just going to have a monster year. And, it depends on your league settings. Maybe you go a little bit earlier if you're in a league like, Michael, the one you and I played in last year, which was 6 points per touchdown pass. But in a standard league, an ESPN standard league, for example, where it's only 4 points per touchdown pass, I'm waiting till the fourth, fifth, even later. You can wait on a quarterback that's so deep. And as great as I think Brady or Rodgers is, they're going to have they're going in the second round, and that's just too early for me, like in a 10-team, one-quarterback league.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, download our app. Please, just if it's a memory thing, just delete other apps. You don't need those apps. This app, the Rich Eisen Show app, you need that.